Happy Wednesday, everyone. This is Josh Erdman with Systems and Marketing Solutions about our weekly tip of the week in the world of marketing. I'm going to be doing a whole series on SEO, and today I'm just going to cover the basis to give you an idea of just how big this is. So when it comes to SEO, there's aspects in technology, there's aspects in the words that you use, there's a social media play. Obviously, all of this starts with the foundation of your website. So you need to have a website to even begin to consider SEO. Probably the part that I should first mention is that there's a lot of snake oil sold in SEO. The whole term SEO stands for search engine optimization. And way back in the day, people would put the entire dictionary at the bottom page of your website, and they would just take all the text and color it white. So people couldn't see it, but the search engine could. And that would mean that your site was relevant for every word in the dictionary. Of course, that was 20 years ago. Google and all the other search engines have gotten pretty savvy to that. But when it comes to SEO, there has been a continuous cat and mouse game between the content creators and also the manipulators and the search engines themselves. So it's a lot easier, instead of trying to play the cat and mouse game, just to be authentic. That would be a start. Be authentic, have accurate data, and then this whole series will be a dive into those specific things. What are some areas to have accurate data? How do you be specific? Some of the basic things have to do with what you want to say. If you read your website, it might read well to a new customer. You might talk about how you have great reviews and you're reliable and trustworthy and located locally. But the problem is it reads well for the person, but it doesn't have content that's accurate for what that person searched for. So you might talk about creating wonderful smiles and a great experience for your dentistry, but people don't search for that in Google. They search for dentist near me. So you need to have this balance between the content that you write and how it's for the reader, but it's also for the search engine. So as we go through this SEO series, we'll be talking about some other details, but that's a specific one for content. Let's talk about some of the technology. There's a IT play, information technology play with this. Your IT guy, you probably want to engage or work with a marketing company that's familiar with the technologies, because you can get your website hosted for less than $5 a month if you wanted to. But the issue is they are quality. They neglect quality. They're all about quantity. And the websites are slow. They have these servers that are designed to host every type of different kind of website. And because of that, your website runs slow. And that how fast your website loads is a play inside social media. Google is providing an experience. They have a reputation. So if they're going to look good, they're going to recommend fast websites. And finally, there's also a social media play. Part of SEO has to do with inbound links. Every social media account that you have, if you have a Facebook page, there's a place to have a website link that goes back to your website. That is relevance. That shows some social media. It shows a strong internet presence. A lot of people take that to the extreme, and when they hire an SEO company, that's all the SEO company does. They create a bunch of backlinks. And what are they doing? They're going to chat rooms, they're making comments on Facebook posts, and they're saying, oh, that's a really good idea. By the way, you should try my dentist, sanluisobispodentist.com, which is completely irrelevant content. And all those backlinks, if they're not relevant, if they're not in a good place and part of a real conversation, then they're just trash, and Google's going to see that as well. That'll be another one of my series, is all the bad plays in SEO. It's interesting though, because being in a digital marketing company, our main business and focus is creating AdWords. We play in what's now called Google Ads, and we help people in the search. They pay, that's those sponsored searches. When you do a search in Google Ads, you'll see the paid ads at the top, and that's what we help people with. But there is an intimate play between that whole ecosystem and their SEO, because when you are buying an ad, Google prices things, but if you match the price of someone else, Google will give them preference if their quality score, which is very similar to SEO, is better. if their website's faster, meets certain IT protocols, if the content on the page has a better read that matches the ad and what the people are searching for. So, I mean, as you can see, SEO is huge, it's prolific. And you need to get your head around all the different areas. When we talked about content, that's the stuff on your site. But then we also talked about social media. Well, you write content there, so that's content off the site. And we talked about technology, that's on your site. But then we're talking about backlinks, not just in your social media, but in what articles or other people are saying for you. And that's off your site. So you're continually looking at on-site and off-site different strategies. And then we talked about the way that we like to break it down is a content strategy and a technology strategy. That's probably the best way to describe those two efforts because there isn't as much of a bleed over. Imagine you write a blog article on your website. That's content, but of course you're going to talk about that blog article in social media. So that's content that's off-site. So I don't think that a off-site or on-site strategy is the way you would want to look at it. I think you should look at your SEO strategies more as a content strategy or a technology strategy when it comes to that. So anyway, that's just sort of an overview of all things SEO and what we've learned in trying to get people's AdWords to perform well and giving other people another way to bring more traffic to their site. They're paying for traffic in AdWords, but the reality is, do you really want to pay for all your business? If you can already have a site that has a lot of content and have it come in organically, we can help with that too. So, that's why we've been advising a lot. And I thought I'd just share with everyone some of the things that we've learned. So anyway, starting an SEO strategy series. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions about SEO and what you can do with your website, please comment here. I'll make sure to integrate it in some of my next ones in my strategy. Nice talking to you. Look forward to talking about more SEO next week.